Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the PowerColor Red Devil Limited Edition RX 7900 XTX. So this GPU, if you guys have been watching my live streams, this is the main GPU. The XTX is the one that I was trying to get since launch day. Been having a really hard time tracking this thing down, but props to Micro Center for getting like 20 of these in today, and they let me know via email. So shout out to Tim over at Micro Center. You know who you are. If it wasn't for that email, I probably wouldn't have been able to get one of these before the end of the year. So, and it's Christmas Eve, so it's perfect, right? So perfect timing. So this is going to be the unboxing of the Red Devil. This is probably the fanciest packaging I've seen. It's like in a suitcase. So it has these latches that come up, and then you have, I think you get these clips. Yeah, so these clips come off. So we're gonna go like this, it goes down, and then the flap comes up, and then it opens up, and then it reveals the graphics card within. So at the top, looks like there's like a pull-out with stuff. But then down here, if we take a look, there's this PowerColor Red Devil thing. On the back, it has all the, what you would find on the back of a normal retail box. So that's cool that they include all of that. There's a QR code for a quick installation guide. Red Devil or Devil Club, Devil Gallery. They've used the Red Devil branding for a long time now. So just fun fact, my last PowerColor AIB graphics card was the R9 290X PCS Plus. So this was before they had the Red Devil branding. They used to use this logo, which I think you can still find on some of their entry-level AIB cards, but this was the 290X. So this basically would compete with a GTX 780 Ti, and then later the GTX 970. So that just kind of gives people an idea of how this card performed back in the day. So that's the last time I've had a PowerColor AIB. So it's been a long time, but I figured, well, we don't know what's going to happen next year. We don't know how hard it is to get these. Hopefully things with supply even out and things get back to normal. But moving on, you can see in here, they have all this interesting stuff. So what is this? Graphics pictures featuring your Devil card. Instagram, PowerColor_official. So that's interesting. And then you get like this, oh, it's a magnet. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's a magnet, that's good. So it's not like one of those like peel one time forever things. So I guess that's like the Eye of Sauron. I don't know what else that's supposed to be, but that's pretty interesting. Some branding there. You get like here's a typical emblem. So it's a Red Devil emblem. And then these, I believe, are for the GPU support bracket. So it's cool that they include that. It's rubberized. This red stuff is like a rubber texture. So that's really nice. There's two of them. I'm gonna have to look into how that would actually work. And then you have like the metal rods here. There's like the spacers for the GPU anti-sag bracket. So you get a lot of like little goodies with this. This was $10.99 for those wondering. So it's $100 more than the reference card, but that's still $100 less than like a 4080 Founders Edition. So you're getting all this extra stuff. You're getting a really robust cooler. So down here we can see it. In here, this looks like this is a RGB cable, so you can control the LEDs on the card with your whatever RGB software you're using. And then we get into the card itself. Really well packaged in there. Thick foam. This is a really thick card, probably the thickest graphics card I've ever owned. Alright, so there we go. That is a thick graphics card. Definitely 4-slot. You can see here they went with a triple finger on the back, and it still extends a good 3/4 into a 4th slot. So this is definitely a 4-slot behemoth, like the 4090 AIB cards. You got the Radeon logo there. It's too bad that doesn't light up, but this does illuminate here. I think the default's red, but you can change it with software. The other thing that you get as a value add for these AIB cards over the reference is you do get multiple BIOS. It looks like you have a OC BIOS and a silent BIOS, so that's really nice to have, dual BIOS. Very, very thick card. There's that PowerColor logo, and there's the Red Devil logo. So this will look really good in the Fractal Torrent, which is what I'm going to be installing it in. You know, they do have that nice rubber protection thing there. And then on the back, you get one HDMI and 3 display ports. So PowerColor continues to impress me. PowerColor did it right. They did the triple display and HDMI just the way I like it. So that's triple DisplayPort 2.1. You can see kind of here, they have that open. That is a big die. So you can kind of see like underneath there. On the flip side of that would be where the MCDs and the GCD is. And then you get this PowerColor Red Devil logo that illuminates here. So overall, this is going to look really, really good. Just I guess to do a comparison with the old PCS Plus R9 290X, you can see it's way taller. And if we try to stand them up, provided this will stand up, oh, it actually does stand up, but it is kind of at a weird angle. But you can see that is like a lot taller than it. That's like a good 1.5 to 2 inches taller. So very, very long card. Let's go ahead and put it into the system. All right, just to show what was actually inside this top portion here. So it looks like they do have these custom removable back plates that you can install. So that's really cool. They're magnetic. You can see on the back they have magnets, so they would typically go on the back side of the card like that. So that's cool. I don't know if I'm going to use this because this is going to be going in the Fractal Torrent, which has the air cooler that comes right up against close to where the GPU is. You guys can see in there, there's not a whole lot of space. There is the reference card XT, or the 7900 XT, via the PowerColor brand, of course. So this is a cool thing. It's an interesting concept. So it's nice to see an AIB partner trying to innovate in certain ways. This would definitely look pretty good with a liquid cooler above it. Any AIB you choose is going to be good for this round of AMD cards, if you're curious. So here is it's the PowerColor branded, but it is the reference 7900 XT. So just to do some measurement comparisons here for people who are wondering. So this card is about 11.5 inches, or what is this, 29 centimeters. And the thickness, you know, it is about just over 2 inches, or 51 centimeters to 2.1 inches or so. So that's the reference XT, not the XTX. Unfortunately, I don't have that card. But if you were to get the XT or the XTX Red Devil, they'll probably be using the same cooler, as far as I know. So this guy is very long. This is about 13.75 inches or so. So this is about 35 centimeters, for those wondering. And the thickness of the card is about 3 inches, just short of 3 inches. And that's going to be, you know, 7.5 centimeters or so. So that's how big the card is. It's triple 8-pin, you can see here. So very big card. Almost like they needed a fourth one of these, fourth finger here, to press up against that so that wouldn't sag, but we'll see. Just because of the way this is set up, I'm probably going to have to use this anti-sag bracket. So let's go ahead and get it installed into the system. Okay, so once you have the old graphics card out, so I took out the 7900 XT, you're going to want to make sure that you have 3 8-pins that go direct from the power supply. So I'm using the MSI Meg 1300 watt power supply. So this does feature the 16 pin or the 12 plus 4 pin power connector for the RTX 4090, those GPUs. So I have that available, but I'm not going to be using that. And then we're going to be using 3 of these 8 pins. All right, so let's go ahead and install this in the PC. We're going to want these cables to be out of the way. It's going to go in like this. All right, there, it's in. Okay, that's big. You guys can see there's the amount of clearance. So there's a good amount of spacing there. But yeah, I don't think I'd be able to fit the back plate, their custom back plate. So the custom back plate, nice idea, perfect for water coolers on the CPU, but if you have a big air cooler like the Noctua NHD15, unfortunately that's not going to be a thing that's going to work in here, but that's still a cool concept in my mind. Alright, so once you have everything in, power cables are connected, the 3 screws are in, so and you verify that the fans aren't being obstructed by anything. So you can see my Thunderbolt 4 add-in card is up there. There's still a good amount of space, considering this is a 4-slot cooler. And then the Fractal Torrent comes with a really nice GPU anti-sag bracket, so I had to install that. I previously wasn't using that, so I had to get that installed, so that's there. And that also does help kind of cable manage my USB 3 front panel cables, that doesn't have a chance of bumping up against that third fan there, so nothing's obstructed. So it should be good to go. We're gonna turn on the system, verify everything works, and that's gonna be it. All right, have everything cabled up. We're gonna turn it on. First boot, here we go. This is on a Ryzen 9 7950X system. Oh wow, that's all red. Wow, look at that, the Red Devil. That is some bright LEDs. I may have to change that to white. There's the post. And there we go. It's booting up into Windows. Alright, and the last thing to do once you're in Windows, fire up Adrenaline, or I guess AMD software. I didn't have to install the driver. There is a newer one that I will update to. But this was just the launch day driver that I was using with the 7900 XT. But you can see here, so it says here, Radeon RX 700 XTX, 24 gigabytes of VRAM. Go to hardware details. Fun fact, if it's an AIB card, down here it will say powered by AMD. If it is the reference card, it will say built by AMD. And then when you can verify that with GPU-Z, so GPU-Z does say the sub-vendor is PowerColor, and it is the fully enabled chip. There's the BIOS version, so we're on the default BIOS, which I think is the OC BIOS out of the box. So there you go. That is the unboxing and overview of the PowerColor Red Devil Limited Edition Radeon RX 7900 XTX. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.